Today, we're talking about 3 tips for the new agents as they come aboard in this crazy market of 2022.
Welcome to the Jennifer J. Hammond Podcast. Jennifer is a licensed realtor, educator, speaker, and best-selling author. Jennifer's goal is to help you find your yay in every day.
Hello. This is Jennifer J. Hammond. I love when I find another real estate agent who's been around for a while. 28 years. This is Maria Quattrone. She's founder and CEO of RE/MAX at Home and Motto Mortgage Expert Solutions in Philadelphia. I mean, so many things have happened in 28 years. And I know you have been a professional who loves to help other agents. So today we're talking about 3 tips for the new agents as they come aboard in this crazy market of 2022. So welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you and appreciate being on your show today. So yes, 28 years in sales and marketing, but 18 in real estate. I was in another industry prior to real estate, which is actually what prepared me to be in the real estate industry.
Okay, what was it?
So I sold radio advertising for a group of radio stations for 11 years.
Wow.
So, yep, that was a lot of door knocking, right? So I would go out and cold call and knock doors, ding, 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 knock, 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 for owners of businesses. Wow, that's a lot harder than knocking a door of a expired for sale by owner or a neighbor that you're selling a house for, right?
Right. I was going to say that is because getting to the owner of a business and then convincing them why radio advertisement is the way to go is definitely a much harder sale. And I think when I first got into real estate, I really just wanted to help people. And I hated the word salesperson, because I thought, I don't want to be called a salesperson because I don't want to just sell them something. I really want to help people. And so I'm interested in why you transitioned. Was it just because it seemed like it was going to be easier, or why did you do it?
I had no idea if it was going to be easier. All I knew was that I was in an industry where there was a proverbial glass ceiling, and I did not want to have any ceiling. And when I found out about real estate, I said, okay, to earn income, can I make? And I kept putting all these numbers out there. And I said, can I make this much? 250, 500 million. And the guy I talked to, he said, well, I think you can. I think I know 1 or 2 people. And I went, fantastic. That's all I need to hear. So I entered the industry because I wanted to change my career and I wanted an opportunity to do as much as I wanted to do. And that is how I ended up in the real estate world.
Well, it's interesting because I just met someone 2 days ago who was asking me at a networking event. She said she was in a job that, she liked, but she, again, similar to what you just said, had a glass ceiling. She definitely has grown as much as she's going to grow there, and she wants to do it. And she said, I don't know. And it was so funny. She said, I'm going to start putting it up on my mirror, because it's a goal that she's had for a very long time, but she feels very vulnerable and to actually make the jump from a regular 9 to 5 where she's getting she said, as she calls it, the comfort of having that regular paycheck. Whereas when you go out on commission and you have to find your sales, you have to create your business. I know that can be very intimidating for somebody who is wanting to make that. I'm curious if you have some advice for someone like her.
Well, I would say high risk, high reward. Pull up the Band-Aid, jump right in the deep pool. Nobody's going to let you drown. You know how to doggy paddle. You're going to be okay. But from a financial standpoint, and I would say have at least 3 to 6 months in reserves. And if you are coming into this business, think about joining a strong team, because with that, you are going to cut down your learning by probably 75% or more, and plug right into somebody's system like at Maria Quattrone and Associates, brand new agents can plug right into our system. And after their training period is done, which is 2 weeks, the following week, they can actually out earning money in real estate. One of our brand new agents who completed the program, Nadia, she is in 6 weeks and has written one piece of business every week. She has 3 buyers under contract and 3 renters under contract as well. So work.
Yeah, I was going to say systems, I think, are really important. So as we promised, 3 tips for new agents. I think number 1 might be having a system and a team surrounding you, because I think that when you can follow the footprints, as they say, success leaves clues. And those who are successful have successful systems. It didn't happen by accident, right?
Oh no, 18 years, lots of systems, lots of tweaking, lots of tweaking again and tweaking again and tweaking again. And as you grow, you need to add more systems into your system and processes, but it is all about people. So we want people, number 1, with a great attitude and a great mindset. And if you can have that and you're showing up, I would say 80% of it is showing up. 20% of it is being coachable and open-minded and doing the work.
Yeah. I think that's really important is showing up, because I think also people do get so intimidated when it's something that's new, because it's uncomfortable and they feel awkward. It's almost like when you're first learning to walk, you may not remember those first steps, but anything you start, maybe when you're first riding your first bicycle, how you might've been wobbly and you fell down. Every one of us is going to not be perfect when you first start. So just be okay with the awkward stage.
Well, this is what I say. Every single one of us in real estate started at 0. One day we had no buyers, no sellers. We've never sold a house. And remember that everybody started at the same spot, and it's your race to run. Don't compare yourself to others. As I always say, comparison is a thief of joy. Know that everybody's coming from a different place, has different backgrounds. Use that to your advantage in a good way or a bad way, meaning get rid of that if you need to, right? So I think it's really important to take ownership of where you're going. Understand that you can have all the tools necessary right in front of you, but if you don't do the work and pick up the phone and make the calls, then yikes, we got a problem.
Right. Maybe that's even the accountability. So, number 1, getting a system and surrounding yourself with a great team, but also making sure you show up. And then I think definitely making sure that you have some kind of accountability, because it's so easy if you can get away with it. Just like, I think there is something to be said if you go to the gym and you have other people, like a trainer who's actually keeping you on task, or a coach. If you get a coach, somebody who keeps you accountable to whatever goals you set, because you definitely need to set some goals and show up and surround yourself with a great team. I think you're going to win.
So I would say there is a saying called how much by when. How much by when? So what does that mean? I just did a video on this that's going out and be released in the next day or 2. And how much by when is setting deadlines. So for yourself, how much by when? How many contacts will I make by when? By today at noon. Well, I'll make 20 contacts by today at noon. How much by when does works with a client? So Mr. Buyer, Mr. Seller, we saw this house today. Will your furniture fit? Do you like it? Would you like to make an offer? Well, no, I don't. Great. So we'll go see houses again. How is tomorrow for you? How is Saturday for you? Always closing the loop, always closing the loop. How much by when? So to say to my office staff, I need that report. Great. This is the report I need pending closing financials. I need it by when? Friday at 12 o'clock. So it's constantly always closing the loop. And that goes in sales, that goes with your people, because all we're doing, whatever it is we're moving people through the pipeline. We're moving them from raising their hand saying, yes, I'm thinking of buying, to the closing table. And we get that by consistently opening and closing the loop. How much by when?
I love that. And it's so important because, again, you want to keep a finite, because the someday never arrives. It's important to what you're going to do today. And again, making sure that there's some accountability. Someone else who's going to help you
So
stay on target.
absolutely, Jennifer, have you ever been to a networking meeting and somebody want to have lunch with you or a coffee and you left and you went, well, what are we doing? What happened? Did I just waste an hour of my life? So we always want that next assignment, right? We always want to leave that meeting with a next step. We never want it to be like, well, that was great. I just had a cup of coffee and a coffee, sucked, or it was delicious, or I ate lunch. Now what am I doing? I could have eaten lunch at my desk. It would have taken me 10 minutes and I would have saved $25. So we use it in all areas. And we don't want to leave that open. We don't want to leave things to chance. We want to create our own destiny. And by doing that and being accountable, so that's what the accountability is, without using that word scares people. So I call it how much by when.
How much by when? I love it. It's a great way to say it. Is just making sure that, yeah, you really have that clear in your mind, and that it's not just completely something that's fuzzy. Fuzzy goals don't come true.
No. How much by when? We're going to have 2 closings this month. By when? By the end of the month. How much by when? How many deals will we do this year? Well, we're going to do 22. And that's going to be 2 per month. And we're going to take 4 weeks off. So there you go.
I love that.
That's tip number 2.
Okay.
That's tip number 2.
What would you say with final tip?
Final tip. I have so many. Okay. If I could pick one final tip, I would say, here's what we do every day: 6 micro commitments. Focus only on today. Okay. So I'm going to say something else. Wake up every day. Pretend no listings, no closings, no pendings, no money in the bank. What are you going to do today to move your life forward? And those taking 6 things, only 6 on your list every single day. Because here's what I know, Jennifer, that if we make our day commitment, then we make our week. And if we make our week, then we make our month. And if we make our month, then we make our year.
Yes.
So if we do not focus on the daily, people say, how did you do all these things? And I say, I only focus on today. I only focus on how much better can I get today? And I talk about the value of the compound effect. That is the first book you read when you join our company at Maria Quattrone and Associates. We provide that book. We go through that steps and the value of the compound effect. One day better, and the next day. So I said, take a pen, take a piece of paper, draw a line on a piece of paper next to each other. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. In a year, look how far you've come. So it's all based on no micro commitments. You don't get there without the daily. So just focus on today. Focus on what your 6 little commitments are today. They could be, number 1, going to the gym. Or like for me today, I took a 3-mile walk. So that was my first commitment. What's my next commitment? I have a series of things that have to get done today. I want to check them off my list. So for an agent, what could that be? Making your 20 contacts a day, talking to 20 people you've never talked to before, or following up with maybe they raised their hand a year ago and they weren't ready to buy or sell. But you're the money, the agent's business is in the database. It's in the people you know. It's in the people you talked to a year ago, 2 years ago. In fact, if you're brand new and you joined a team, just call into the team leaders database. Focus on today, 6 things. Start every day at 0. Read the book, The Compound Effect. I don't know. Too many things.
I was going to say, we can keep on going and going. I said, we could say the 21 things that the agents need.
Okay. Well, these are very important things.
I agree with you. I start every day with a walk because I think it's really important to start the day with a walk. Recently, I decided a new commitment to up my game. And now I actually start with yoga and then a walk, because I realized that I really needed to do some more stretching. So that's also probably part of what I would suggest as well, is that as new agents, it's important to know that we're always growing too. Nothing stays the same. So whatever you need to do to up your game, but remember, just focus on the today, because the now is the most important part of any year. It's right now. And don't lose that, because you get too focused on the future and you miss out on what's right in front of you. So I think all of those are just amazing gems. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to make sure people know how to get a hold of you, especially in the Philadelphia area. How do they get a hold of you, your social media, your website, anything you want to share?
Absolutely. So you can find me on the Be the Solution podcast. That's on iHeartMedia, Spotify, all those places. Maria Quattrone, spelled Quattrone on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm sold by MQ is my Insta handle. And you could always reach me by giving us a call, 215-607-3535. Yes.
Love it. Well, and as you know, I love to celebrate with the yays. And so I'm going to ask you to raise your voice and say yay with me as we go off the air. Okay?
Absolutely.
3, 2, 1. Yay!
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield. You may know me as the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And if you want more help in getting from where you are to where you want to be, I want to encourage you to listen to the Jennifer Hammond Show